Welcome to the October 22nd, 2025 regular meeting of the Common Council. It's now 7:01 p.m. And as usual, we're going to begin with public participation. If you'd like to speak, do I have a list? I have no list. If you'd like to speak, you state your name and address for the record, and you have the floor is yours for 3 minutes. So does anybody wish to speak to the council? Once? Anybody wish to speak to the council? Twice? Welcome. Christian.
Thank you. Yes, sir. How you doing? Alderman McNamara. Good evening, everyone. Christian Rosado, 154 First Street, New Britain, Connecticut. Members of the council, distinguished guests, and neighbors of the Hardware City, good evening. Tonight we mark a milestone. I'm here to honor Mayor Erin Stewart at her last meeting as the 40th mayor of New Britain. A leader who first took this gavel in 2013 at just 26 years old and went on to serve 6 consecutive terms, becoming our city's longest-serving female mayor and its longest-serving Republican mayor. When Mayor Stewart stepped into office, New Britain faced serious headwinds. She led with steadiness and results. In her first term, the city closed a deficit of more than $30 million, rebuilt our reserves, and restored confidence, culminating in multiple upgrades to our bond rating, ultimately to A+. That's not just a finance headline. It's better schools, safer streets, and infrastructure we can actually afford. But great leadership is more than balancing books. It's about connecting people. Under Mayor Stewart, we didn't just build a bridge, we built a symbol. The Beehive Bridge transformed a concrete overpass into a landmark, light wash, honeycomb bright, that reconnects our downtown to Little Poland and stitches together a city once split by highway. It's civic art with a purpose, making it easier to walk, to meet, and to belong. We saw that same vision in transit-oriented development, most visibly at Columbus Commons, where new mixed-income housing and first-floor retail rose steps from Connecticut Fast Track, and where the city moved forward on Phase 2 to keep momentum thriving downtown. These aren't just buildings, they're homes, storefronts, and streetlights where families and small businesses write their next chapter. If you listen to the mayor's final state of the city this spring, you heard what many of us have seen up close. A leader who invited both parties to the table, who asked more of us than slogans, and who kept her attention fixed on the practical work of moving New Britain forward. She chose not to seek a 7th term, and she's exploring new ways to serve our state. But she leaves this chamber stronger than she found it. Mayor Stewart, on behalf of a grateful city and a grateful person, thank you. Thank you for the long nights, the ribbon cuttings, and the tough calls, the budgets that added up, and the bridges, literal and civic, that now carry us across. I have a few more minutes. Thank you for reminding us that local government is where neighbors become partners, where argument can lead to understanding, and where progress is measured not in press releases, but in playgrounds reopened, storefronts lit, and families choosing to plant their lives here. I'm so glad I moved back to the city of New Britain and bought a home here. As the lights change on the Beehive and evening settles on City Hall, we send you into your next chapter with our blessing and our belief. May the same grit and grace that guided you here go with you there. And may New Britain, this resilient, hard-working, honey-making city, keep buzzing because you help tend the hive. Thank you, Madam Mayor Erin Stewart, and we say thank you from the city of New Britain. And I also extend good luck to all of you that are running in this election. Sharon, God's blessings upon you, and I pray God's blessings on each and every person. God bless the city of New Britain. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosado. Anybody else wish to address the council? Anybody else?
Daniel Salerno, 80 Jones Drive, New Britain, Connecticut. It's always tough to follow Mr. Rosado, who I'm sure had well-prepared comments which he gave to all of you.
You have 3 minutes exactly, Mr. Solano.
Stop me. I want to thank Mr. Rosado because we served together on this council, and that's why I thought I needed to say a few words. I've been involved in this council and as treasurer now for 12 years. I look around the room and I see people who are dedicated, who are committed to what their beliefs are, and I think that's important. And I hope that those who are here, those who are leaving, as well as those who will remain, should they, on November 4th, have learned some experiences that they never would have gotten if they hadn't been part of this group. Some of them good, some of them bad. But I think it's very, very important that you take those experiences, and I can say this as sort of an elder statesman being here, and I'm going to, bring them home to become better citizens than you already are. I think we strive for that every day. I have too many things to say about my mayor. She knows that. I don't have to express all the details because the proof is in the pudding. It's out there. It's visible. It's real. Alderman Rosado, Mr. Mayor Pro Tempore, stated that it's true. This council is better from the standpoint that so much has come through this council. You have been part of the success of this city over the last years. And I just commend those for that, for voting the way that you felt was correct, but understanding there is so much more yet to do and that you need to continue should you come back to this August chamber. I just want to thank the mayor for her time, her energy, her stewardship, her mentorship to not just myself, but to all those here who are willing to accept it and willing to embrace it. And I think that's crucial. Learning to accept and embrace people who want to guide you is more important than probably anything you can do in public service. We all have something to offer. We all have something to give. We got to continue to give this because this city is not only worth preserving, it is worth saving for the future, and we do that now. I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tempore, with 3 seconds, and Mr. Majority Leader, good evening.
Thank you, Treasurer Solano. I'll make the call another time. Anybody wish to speak to the council? Anybody wish to speak? Third time, anybody? Is there anybody calling in remotely? Nobody. All right, I'll bring this portion of public participation to a close at 7:10. Would any alderperson wish to address what they've heard? Alderwoman Scott.
Thank you. Peace and love. I have to do it one last time today for this term. Thank you, Christian, for coming out and your kind words that you said for us. I appreciate that. And Danny, yes, I have learned and grown a lot in these past years. And I do believe that we strive to be better all the time. And we should always be striving to be better and do better and learn and grow as we do anything in life. And I also wanted to say thank you so much for keeping it to 3 minutes. So I think, yeah, I thought that was cute. And yeah, I just thank you so much for everybody who came out tonight, and I hope everybody goes and votes. Thanks.
Thank you, Alderman. Seeing no other members who wish to make remarks, this portion of public participation closes at 7:11. The regular meeting will begin shortly. I got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whew. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I guess that's a good thing. When the nerves go away, you should be worried, right? Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the New Britain Common Council. The date is October 22nd, 2025. The time is 7:22 p.m. Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderpersons McNamara.
Here?
Smedley.
Present.
Sanchez.
Here.
Beloit Saavedra.
Here.
Simpson.
Present.
Russell. Barbosa. Hargraves. McAdam. Gibson. Scott. Connors. Malinowski. Pabon. Santiago. 14 present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Coming up, please rise for the invocation. It will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. O God, our Heavenly Father, we give thanks for our residents that wish to serve our community by running for local elected office. Bless them for stepping up to campaign and, if elected, serve. We thank Mayor Aaron Stewart and all other elected officials who have decided not to run again for their time, dedication, and commitment to serve the people of New Britain. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we take a seat this evening, I'd like to give the floor for a moment to Alderwoman Barbosa, who would like to say a few words.
I had to write it down because, okay. Thank you, Your Honor. We know these past 2 weeks have been hard for the city of New Britain. So before we begin tonight's business, I'd like to take a moment to recognize and remember 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres, whose life was tragically cut short. Mimi, a beautiful child whose life ended far too soon. Mimi should still be laughing, learning, and dreaming among us today. No words can ease the pain of losing a child under such heartbreaking circumstances. Our hearts go out to her family, all who loved her, and all who are mourning this unimaginable loss. In her memory and in solidarity with those grieving, I respectfully ask that we all join together in a moment of silence to honor Jacqueline Mimi Torres. Thank you. May her memory remind us all of the importance of protecting our children, strengthening our community, and speaking up when you don't see someone for a while. It's important that we take care of one another, especially our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alderwoman Barbosa. Please. Alderman McNamara, I see no minutes this evening, but I do see some amendments.
That's correct, Your Honor, no minutes. There are 2 amendments to the agenda regarding health grants, so I make a motion to amend the agenda by adding items 13 and 14, which the members have received.
I have a second from Alderwoman Sanchez. Are there any questions or comments on the addition of item 13 and 14? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderpersons McNamara.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Sanchez. Beloit Saavedra. Simpson.
Yes.
Russell. Barbosa. Hargraves. McAdam. Gibson. Scott. Connors. Malinowski. Pabon. 14-0, Your Honor.
Motion carries. We have one petition this evening, Mr. Clerk.
Yes, Your Honor. From Alderman Hargraves for the appropriate department to conduct a traffic study at the corner of Stanley Street and Pleasant Street to see if a 4-way stop sign is needed.
We'll send that to the Police Commission, please.
And that's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alderman McNamara, the consent agenda tonight.
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda of item A and C.
I have a second from Alderwoman Sanchez. Any questions or comments on the consent agenda? Mr. Clerk?
Alderpersons McNamara.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Beloit Saavedra. Simpson.
Yes.
Russell. Barbosa. Hargraves. McAdam. Gibson. Scott. Connors. Malinowski. Pabon. 14-0, Your Honor.
Motion carries. Alderman McNamara.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number B
I have a second from Alderwoman Sanchez.
This concerns a settlement that the Corporation Council has arrived at that will require a discussion in executive session. I urge acceptance.
Okay, do you want to make a
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
and did you
Also, I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss separately, or both, item B and the agreement for item 12 with the mayor, all members of the Common Council, Corp Council Bizarro, and Mary Pekorski.
I have a second to go into executive session for those reasons stated by Alderman Hargraves. Are there any questions or comments on that? All those in favor of going to executive session signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're in executive session. We should be back shortly. The time is 7:27. Yeah, so
Motion to return to regular order?
We are returned. The time is 7:44 PM. Mr. McNamara, you have the floor.
On item B, Your Honor, I make a motion,
Motion is on the floor already, so
so I move the motion.
there we go. We discussed in executive session. Any questions or comments on item B? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to move on to our resolutions this evening. Item number 1, Alderwoman Barbosa.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 1.
I have a second from Alderman Smedley.
Item number 36923, certificate of location approval to allow state DMV issuance of a motor vehicle dealer license for Denny's O. Alvarez of Comerio Auto Repair Shop and Auto Sales for property known as 60 St. Clair Avenue, Unit C. I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Are there any questions or comments on item number 1? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman McNamara, item number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the last council meeting of the term, and we have a resolution here to recognize and honor four council members who are concluding their service in this term. To extend appreciation to council members Lori McAdam, Neil Connors, Alden Russell, and Sharon Beloin Saavedra for their service and participation this term, recognizing the time and effort involved that they each have devoted to representing their constituents and contributing to the work of the council. So at this point, with your consent, I'd like to ask Leader Smedley. Did I make
Made
the
by
motion?
Alderman McNamara and it's seconded by Alderman Smedley.
Stand, and I'd like to, if appropriate, make the presentations to these members.
Please.
Alderwoman McAdam.
Madam Mayor, we also have certificates of recognition for each, and Lori states in recognition of your commitment to the residents of Ward 2 and to all of our community over the last 2 years on the Common Council. You've demonstrated compassion for those in need, leadership, and service. We are grateful for your valuable contributions to the city of New Britain.
Alderman Connors.
Thank you, Alderman Connors. Thank you for representing the residents of Ward 4 and our community through your leadership on the Batterson Pond project and your collaboration with the Fair Rent Commission. Over the last 2 years of service on the Common Council, you've prioritized progress and solutions over political division, and we are grateful for your service to the city of New Britain.
And Alderman Russell.
And Alden, of course, we are grateful for your tireless dedication to improving our community, especially present for any constituent in need, the disabled, the homeless, our youth prevention and recovery communities. Your compassion has offered a lifetime of hope, and you have inspired others to rise above their challenges. Thank you for your service to this council and to the city of New Britain. Madam Mayor, we do have one more recognition.
We do, and I haven't forgotten.
Perfect.
Alderwoman Beloin Saavedra.
This is a photo op. He's endorsing me in this
And there's,
Yeah.
okay? So we also want to recognize this evening someone who was a former member of the council and has done due diligence and professionalized the town and city clerk's office. So this is for Mark Bernacki. In sincere appreciation of your significant professionalization and upgrades to the operations for our vital public services in the town clerk's office. Since 1985 as an alderman and in 2013 as town clerk, you have remained steadfast to improving our community's way of life. Thank you for your notable contributions, and we are grateful for your years of service to the residents in the city of New Britain.
Mr. Clerk, don't go too far. Mr. Clerk, don't go too far because I know you really wanted an additional gavel plaque to add to your collection. So we took all of the items that are on all of the plaques that you have, combined them into one. So it has the Common Council, Police Board Chair, Common Council as Assistant Majority Leader, President Pro Tempore, Assistant Minority Leader, and Town Clerk all on one for you instead of 6 different ones. Well, all those in favor, we have to vote on that. So, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item, Alderwoman Beloin Saavedra.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to read the resolution, and then every member of my caucus would like an opportunity to stand up and also make a few comments. To her honor, the mayor. Whereas a smart, determined, and dedicated young woman became the mayor of the city of New Britain in 2013, and whereas this forward-thinking, bold young mayor took the city of New Britain into a time of financial stability and increased economic development, and whereas this mayor, over the course of 6 terms, led the revitalization of our downtown community and the arteries leading into the beating heart of our city through complete street projects, housing expansions, and business growth, and whereas this mayor led with knowledge, community outreach, accessibility, inclusivity, and pride for the city she grew up in, and whereas this mayor supported school and park renovations in every neighborhood, focusing on the quality of life of New Britain's youth, and whereas this mayor fought to professionalize the operations of our city departments and raise the bar in terms of expectations and accountability, and whereas this mayor began the process of infrastructure upgrades for our water department and our decades-old piping system through the creation of the Flush program, and whereas this mayor's leadership, New Britain has undergone a renaissance and a growth in community pride. And whereas this mayor leaves behind a legacy of accomplishment that have created a foundation for continued growth in the years to come. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council does hereby congratulate Mayor Stewart on her 12 years of dedication and sacrifice to the citizens of New Britain, and be it further resolved that on this day, October 22nd, 2025, the Common Council proclaims today as Mayor Aaron Stewart's Day, a day of celebration of service.
Wow, I got my own day. Thank you.
And I've just been reminded by our town clerk that I didn't make a motion, so I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 3.
Second from Alderman Connors. Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to get emotional, but I have a lot more secrets and stories than anyone else in this room. I rise this evening to say thank you. Thank you on behalf of all the individuals, small groups, neighbors, friends, City Hall employees, and students in our community. At times, the work you do behind the scenes and the good deeds that you do quietly in the background go unnoticed, but they have had a significant impact on New Britain and our community as a whole. Thank you on behalf of the lucky few youth who got to sit in your desk chair as they shadowed you as mayor for a day. The excitement and memories you created for them will last forever. I didn't even get to sit in the chair. Thank you from the elderly neighbors who would write or call your office for assistance, and then you would even go visit in person and have coffee, or ask one of us on the team to visit and provide supports when needed. Thank you from the New Britain High School classrooms that you visited over the years to give guest lectures about politics or just to simply pop in and say hi. Thank you for being so generous to city organizations, school district clubs, groups, summer camp students, sport teams, police and fire cadets, PAL, and any and all other small organizations that benefited from the funding of the Mayor's Trophy Charitable Fund. We're talking over $500,000. Thank you from students who get to play on updated playscapes because of your work to fund new, safe, and state-of-the-art playground equipment throughout our parks and school district. Thank you for doing simple things that make life easier, happier, or better for our community, like lighting the bridge for special or meaningful occasions, or even sending a simple note, flowers, or gifts, as you always do. Thank you for caring about all groups of people and for allowing ceremonies in Central Park, such as our Pride, cultural flag raisings, or formal ceremonies like the Veterans Day, where you make the recognition personal for those involved. Thank you for those who couldn't say thank you or didn't have a chance. Thank you for giving everyone a voice at your table. Thank you for being kind and a good human and a best friend to many. I promise we'll continue your good work. Thank you.
Ugh. Alderman Gibson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mayor, I take this moment to express my deepest gratitude for your exceptional leadership and unwavering vision. Under your guidance, our community has witnessed remarkable accomplishments that have paved the way for a brighter future. Your dedication to attracting developers and businesses has significantly strengthened New Britain's economic and fiscal stability. In addition, your ability to navigate challenges and skepticism with resilience and determination has not only fostered growth, but has also inspired confidence in our community's potential. We are thankful for your commitment to public service and tireless effort to ensure New Britain thrives. Your legacy will undoubtedly continue to influence the path forward, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And as kids would say, you stood on business 10 toes down.
10 toes down.
It has been an honor to be part of your team. Be well, Ms. Stewart, and move forward.
Thank you, Alderman. Thank you. Alderman Hargraves.
Thank you, Your Honor. So tonight marks the end of an era, 12 years as mayor here in the city of New Britain. On behalf of the Common Council and the residents of the city, I want to begin by saying thank you, not just for your service, but for your sacrifice and commitment to the New Britain people and its people over the past 12 years. I also want to personally thank you for believing in me. You gave me the opportunity to serve and to encourage me to run for council, something I'll always be grateful for. You saw potential in others, and you lifted up voices, and you gave so many people choices to make a difference in our community. This speaks volumes about the kind of leader that you are, one who just doesn't hold power, but also shares it. Under your leadership, New Britain has seen true transformation. You took a city that was facing challenges and helped turn it into a city that stands with pride, stability, and growth. You brought fiscal responsibility back to City Hall, restoring financial health, protecting taxpayers, and building a foundation that future administrations can build upon. You've been a champion leader. You have worked to improve our parks, our schools, multiple school development projects, our downtown areas, and our neighborhoods have seen improvements throughout the city. And over your 12 years, the city has definitely seen improvement, and we appreciate your time as mayor. We'll definitely miss you as mayor here in the city. So thank you once again.
Thank you, Alderman Hargraves. Thank you. Oh, God. Alderman Malinowski.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mayor, for all of you've accomplished in your time. It's truly the end of an era. It has been an honor to have been a small part of this renaissance. You have been an inspiration to many in this community, and you have brought so many people, including myself, to be engaged and active in municipal politics. We are all proud of the growth of you have championed. But first and foremost, You've been a great friend and an enormous source of strength and support in my life. You built a solid foundation for this city, and now it's on the rest of us to keep it going and build it higher. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Alderman Russell. Oh my God.
Turn your mic on.
Your mic.
I want to thank you, Mayor Stewart. This has been the most incredible thing that I have done in my life. Your leadership has been incredible, and I thank you.
Thank you, Alden. Thank you. Alderman Pavone.
Your Honor, it's been my pleasure and honor to serve under your leadership. You started a career as a young politician, and many people had their doubts, but you proved them all wrong. Look at all you have accomplished in 12 years. Mayor Stewart, I wish you the only best and that you continue on your journey to become our next governor.
Thank you, Willie. Thank you. Alderman Connors. Oh, come on.
Thank you, Mayor. I rise without any prepared remarks whatsoever. I just wanted to say, as someone else who was encouraged by you, among others, to run for my seat, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your belief in me, similar to Alderman Hargraves, for your collaboration on common sense projects like Batterson Park and others, and for always finding time to speak to me about issues that we might disagree about, but finding room for agreement. And I just hope that the next council does strive to find areas of agreement and work together in the same way that we did. But without any preparation, thank you very much for your service, and I just wish you well.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Alderman. Appreciate it. Are we done? Thank you. Although I'm gonna reserve I have comments, I'll do it at the end of the meeting. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, thank you. Alderman McNamara, item number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt number 4.
Second from Alderman Smedley.
This is our regular acceptance and approval of tax amendments, abatements, corrections, and refunds to the taxpayers. This particular report has $28,402, property and vehicles, and $6,057 correcting errors and adjustments. And I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments on item number 4? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderwoman Sanchez, item 5.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 5.
I have a second from Alderman Smedley.
Thank you. This resolution is for Willow Street Park Improvement Environmental Services. And it reads like this: to her honor, the mayor and the common council of the city of New Britain, the undersigned by leave to recommend the adoption of the following. Whereas on March 26, 2025, excuse me, the New Britain City Council approved $1.6 million in bonding to fund the expansion and improvement to Willow Street Park. And whereas planning and programming from the Willow Street Park improvements has been led by the city's Recreation and Community Services Department. On September 24, 2025, the New Britain City Council passed a resolution to approve using CRCOG's procurement program for construction services for the Willow Street Park improvement project. And the city is in the process of finalizing a contract with Hemlock Construction Company for this work. And now therefore be resolved, the $32,500, the city is hereby authorized to hire Comprehensive Environmental Incorporated for work associated with soil,
remediation at the Willow Street Park Improvement Project. And through you, Your Honor, I would like to thank my colleagues and the North Oak community for being part of this process and helping us with ideas and suggestions. Thanks to them, we continue working as a team with the same purpose, which is to improve our community with quality of life for all. And I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any questions or comments on
Yes.
item number 5? Alderman Gibson.
Thank you. I am fully support of this resolution as Alderman of Ward 3, and I am committed to shepherding it through its completion. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other Alderwoman Scott.
I also am looking forward to it, and I know Mark and I spoke about these steps that we're taking towards completing it and hoping that we'll be able to have some really good community events and things that the community can really benefit from with the changes that we're making there. So thanks. Thank you for the work that you're doing too.
Alderman Hargreaves.
Thank you, Your Honor. So between this project at Willow Street Park, which is much needed, it's going to help make the space more open. The improvements at Martin Luther King Jr. Park that recently happened that had brand new trees, new bricks, brand new landscape, and the proposed changes to Martin Luther King Drive will help improve the entire neighborhood in that area. So I think this is great for that neighborhood in the North Oak area, so I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other older person wish to comment? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Malinowski.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 6.
Second from Alderman Gibson.
And this is a contract with HAS Compliance LLC to assist the city with its hazard communication compliance program, which includes services such as documenting and inventorying all products, online web-based inventory, safety data sheets, maintenance of product inventory, and it is a 3-year contract with an annual cost of $10,155.60, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman McNamara.
Thank you, Your Honor. Motion to accept and adopt number 7.
I have a second from Alderwoman Sanchez.
This is a resolution to accept $2 million in Urban Act grant funds for Allen Street, of which progress on Allen Street and Overlook McKinley has been made over the last 2 years, thanks to the advocacy of our residents and the city moving forward and making progress. Cardinal Engineers estimated the total cost of the Allen Street Drainage Improvement Project from Oak Street to Beacon Street to be $13.4 million, which $8 million has been committed. So the City of New Britain, this authorizes the City of New Britain to enter into and deliver State of Connecticut any and all environmental protection documents which deems necessary or appropriate for the acceptance of the $2 million Urban Act grant for Allen Street. And I urge adoption. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I obviously rise in support of this. In addition to the $6 million that this council and city has already promised to the project and contributed towards the project, that puts us at about $8 million at this point. We're still waiting on the rest of the funding that was promised to us after the walkthrough that we all participated in on Allen Street. So I encourage our state leaders to continue to approve funding for this for this project so that we can get it underway. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderwoman Scott, item number 8.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 8.
Second.
I have a second from Alderman Hargreaves.
This is for alternatives analysis in NEPA, CEPA review. And this is so that we can fix Route 174 reconstruction project. And in 2022, the city hired Fuss and O'Neill Consulting Engineers to perform a needs deficiency study for the intersection of Route 174 and East Street. And based on these needs, they found there was a safety action plan for the intersection. And in Monday, August 2025, there were several high-ranking official Connecticut Department and Transportation to discuss the needs and next steps that were needed to look at this. And the city hereby to authorize Fuss and O'Neill with the association of looking at this project for September 2025 proposal. And I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any questions or comments on this item? Alderman Hargreaves.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would always rise to support this project. The East Main Street, East Street, Newington Avenue intersection has been a disaster for years. With the relocation of the city yard to Alton Brooks Way, this paves the way for us to have this alignment project. The traffic in that area during rush hour is terrible. It's unsafe for pedestrians. And so the realignment of this street to make it just one street, so you got to turn and make another turn just to get from East Main Street to Newington Avenue or vice versa, will definitely improve the traffic flow and safety for all pedestrians, especially considering their Chamberlain School is right down there on Newington Avenue. Chesley Park is right there on the corner of Wildwood and Newington Avenue. So a lot of people use those areas in this East Side Ward 2 area, in that area to get the school into the park. So I think it's very important that this project goes through. I'm glad that every step that we're taking forward to make this happen, and I'll continue to support it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Simpson, item number 9 this evening.
Thank you, Your Honor. I rise to make a motion to accept and adopt item number 9.
I have a second from Alderman Smedley.
This is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with CDM Smith Comprehensive Environmental, Inc. for an amount of a staggering $4,438,000, and it's going to cover engineering and inspections regarding the White Bridge Well engineering project, and so I urge adoption of this. Thank you.
Any questions or comments on this item? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderwoman Scott, item number 10 tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 10.
Second.
Second from Alderman Smedley.
This is for upgrades for our water department. The existing lighting and HVAC controls with the Shuttle Metal water treatment is outdated, and they need some replacement and upgrades to it. And it's super important that we keep our water department upgraded and functioning well, because we drink the water. So I think this is really important, and to get these upgraded done. And they're looking to do this, and I urge adoption. I think this is extremely important to keep Shuttle Metal updated and it working very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other alderperson wish to comment on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Hargreaves, item 11.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt resolution number 11.
Second from Alderwoman Sanchez.
So this is for the subway rental rates of 2026. The Board of Public Works holds public hearings and recommends a subway rental rate on an annual basis. And at their September 15th meeting, they approved a subway rental rate of $3.46 per linear foot, and it has to be adopted by the Common Council per the Code of Ordinances, and I do urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments on item number 11? You don't want to. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman McNamara, item number 12 tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move motion to accept and adopt number 12.
I have a second from Alderwoman Sanchez.
With the council having received the copy and agreement between Local 818 and the city, and we as a council having reviewed it in executive session, I move adoption of a contract that is good for, I believe, 3 years through 2028.
Thank you, Alderman. Any other questions or comments on item number 12? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Alderman Simpson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I rise to to make a motion to accept and adopt item number 13.
Second from Alderman Smedley.
Thank you. This is to upgrade New Britain's preparedness response to bioterrorism and other outbreaks of infectious diseases. This is state funding that helps keep our municipality healthy in times like this. And it entirely covers salaries and communications for cell phones, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And Alderman Simpson.
I rise again, thank you, Your Honor, to make a motion to accept and adopt item number 14.
The second from Alderman Smedley.
Thank you. This is in regards to the New Britain Health Department routinely receiving state funding. This is revenue that's going to help, again, keep our city clean and healthy in the amount of $442,592.96. I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman Simpson. Any questions or comments on item 14? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Before we have a motion, I just wanted to get through the business portion of the meeting before I just have a few words to say to everyone before I close this meeting out. So if you'll please indulge me. 12 years ago, when I was first elected mayor at the age of 26, the city was undoubtedly weighed down by skepticism and financial anxiety. Community pride felt fractured, and I knew that I couldn't stand by and watch the community that I love, the city that I love, struggle. So I decided to step forward, carrying a bold vision and a lot of hope. I still remember the moment that I decided to run for mayor. I remember it like it was last week. I was standing alongside my fellow New Britain residents. They were protesting the leadership, out-of-touch policy decisions, and government distrust that had become landmarks of City Hall. And I knew, and I felt very passionately, that our city deserved so much more. I knew I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror unless I at least tried to do what I could to make a positive change for a community that I loved so much. I knew the road ahead would be hard, to say the least, but I was hopeful that we could change and that we could grow. And what followed that was a journey that truly exceeded my wildest dreams. Together, we did the hard work. We didn't just fix spreadsheets. We built a new foundation. We turned that anxiety into opportunity. We stabilized our finances. We rebuilt schools and parks. We modernized our infrastructure and attracted millions in outside investment. That financial turnaround, that didn't happen overnight. It took years. It took years of disciplined leadership, countless and hard but thoughtful decisions, and your willingness to trust me and my team along the way. That transformation, that feeling that New Britain was really back, belongs entirely to the strength of our collective spirit. Between when I first took office in November of 2013 to now, we've accomplished so much together. We went from a community that was struggling with mistrust of government and frustration to one unified by a common purpose and building the bright future for our city that we all deserve. We invested over $500 million in upgrading our elementary schools, turned that $30 million municipal fiscal deficit into a $34 million surplus, invested over $50 million in making infrastructure improvements that have allowed us to be able to attract more than $330 million in private investment into our city. We updated our housing stock so that those of all income levels have the opportunity to call New Britain home. And on top of all of that, we actively supported our local business community. We invested nearly $27 million in improving our parks, which are critical to our quality of life here for our children and families, and there's just so much more. New Britain is a different city than it was on November 12th, 2013, and I couldn't be more proud of our success. The job of mayor is, in a city as vibrant and complex as ours, requires an all-consuming effort. Through it all of you and those watching saw me at my proudest. You met Dominic, you saw me get married, saw me start a family, you saw me finish graduate school. Your trust and the trust that you placed in me, it wasn't just in my policy, it was a belief in my character. To my friends, my family, to every resident and every person who partnered with me in this vision, thank you is not a strong enough word for carrying me through all the highs and lows of the last 12 years. As I prepare to leave office, my heart is full. because I know we achieved our shared goal, and that shared goal in making New Britain a better, stronger place to call home. We become a model for the state, a community defined by the proof of its potential instead of the ignorance of defeatists and fearmongers who are long on talk and short on results. We proved that a government can be fiscally sound while simultaneously providing a helping hand up to those who are struggling. We invested in our future without dismissing the vulnerable in our community. I am a New Britain kid through and through. There's no doubt about that. And while my title changes soon, my devotion does not. I'll continue to live here and raise my family here. So I ask all of you to be sure that you stay vigilant. Hold our city's new leadership accountable and hold them to the highest standards, because that's what we've earned and that's what we deserve. You know, I've been here for a long time. I've watched the composition of this body shift repeatedly over the years. Yet a fundamental truth remains that the individuals seated around this semicircle are solely responsible for the collective success or the collective failure of our community. There are only two choices. You can actively contribute to the mission for the common good, or you can choose to function as an obstructionist. And I have been very fortunate to collaborate with principled people on both sides of the aisle who prioritize progress over political maneuvering. Many of our success stories were due to the courage of men and women sitting in these very seats, many of them from a political party different than my own. But when the chips were down, they chose to put people over politics and move our city forward. And I am particularly grateful for their and your contributions to New Britain's success. But to those of you who wish to continue in this capacity, I implore you to set aside any personal pride or political ambition to just get the job done without the hate, the name-calling, the accusations. This city will not tolerate the exhausting hypocrisy that consistently undermines our credibility and our mission. As I take leave of this chair, I'd like to let you all in on a little secret. Back in 2014, when the city's back was against the wall and we were on the brink of bankruptcy, I was faced with some very tough choices. And I had a council that was dominated by the opposing party. The choices were so unpopular that they were likely to cost me any shot at re-election. But they were the right choices, and they were necessary. So I made peace with my reality back then that I could very well be a one-term mayor. And the funny thing is that once I did that, everything became easier. When your only concern is what is best for the city, the political haze starts to lift and tough decisions soon become no-brainers. I encourage you all, especially to the person who succeeds me, to find that same peace within yourselves and then trust the people. Public service is a team sport. It transcends political affiliations and requires a commitment to showing up and actively participating. It demands a fundamental belief that the best is still possible for our community and a willingness to work together across any divides for the common good. And while what the future holds for me remains unknown, I look forward to whatever is next with hope and with excitement. But one thing will always remain certain, that serving as your mayor has been truly the honor of my lifetime. Thank you, and may God bless the city of New Britain. Make a motion. Thank you.